Ah,
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rahul Lalwani, a teacher of accountancy at NHES. I extend a warm welcome to all the parents, students, faculty members, and our vice principals to the fourth session of our career counseling program, Career Search. We initiated this program on 11th November with the aim to host frequent sessions focusing on various career paths. Today, we are honored to have our esteemed resource person, Mr. Somnath Adak. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to Sir for giving his valuable time and sharing his expertise with us. I would be delightful to introduce Mr. Somnath. Sir is an alumni of our school. He graduated from the school in 2003 and moved to Delhi for further studies. He holds a bachelor degree of commerce Sri Ram College of Commerce, Delhi University. He qualified as a chartered accountant in 2008, where he was placed in the merit list, securing All India rank 16. He also holds an executive MBA from INSEAD, where he was placed in the Dean's list. He has also completed a fintech program from National University of Singapore and holds a diploma in international financial reporting from ACCA UK and a master in business finance certificate from ICAI India. He has had an exceptional career record of close to 2 decades, working for large and listed companies across India, Australia, and Singapore. Some of the big names he has worked include Grant Thornton, ITC Limited, Macquarie, etc. He has established himself as a reputed financial professional with experiences of working on landmark projects like DLF's IPO, Sri Maheshwar Hydel project, on River Narmada, installation of ITC's windmills in Maharashtra, working on SBI Macquarie private equity funds, and an IPO of 1.4 billion Singapore dollars private equity fund in Singapore. Currently, he is the Chief Financial Officer of Singapore listed Asian Pay Television Trust. Also, he is currently serving as the chairman of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Singapore chapter. Sir, we are extremely honored to have you as our resource person, and I would now request you to address the other participants. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Rahul sir. First thing is, because I am a student of,
Sir, I think you're on mute.
can you hear me?
It's audible.
Okay, perfect. So I was just saying that given I'm one of the past students of NHES, maybe Rahul sir, given you are the teacher currently, you should not address me as sir. Just say Somnath is better. Very good afternoon to everyone. I am extremely delighted to be with you all today. One, because NHES is very close to my heart. The school is always the golden years you spend of your life in school. That's the first reason. Second reason is you all at this stage of your career, probably have so much of opportunities ahead of you. Some of you maybe you'll go on and become the world leaders of tomorrow. So I'm very delighted to be speaking with you all, sharing my journey with you all today. So Rahul sir, do I share the screen myself or somebody from the team would do it?
No, so you can
You
share
will
the
do it,
screen.
Somnath.
Okay, I will do myself then. Just give me 1 minute. I think I need permission to share the screen. Rahul sir, can you please grant me the permission to share?
Sanjeev sir, please make Somnath as a co-host.
Yes, sir. I have already made. Sir, you are the co-host, sir.
Okay, I may need to quit and reopen. My system says, please allow me a couple of minutes. Sorry for
Okay.
the inconvenience.
Sure, sir.
So can I check if you can see my screen?
Yes, sir. We can see.
Yes,
Okay,
we can.
excellent. So very good afternoon to all the students, teachers, parents, supporting staff, everyone. As I said, very delighted to be here and sharing this with you all. So let me see if I can share my. Okay, so a little bit about myself before we start. I am, NHES alumnus. I joined the school in 2000, actually 1993. That is 30 years back. And many of the students today may not have been born at that time. So, 10 years in school, I have done a number of experiences that I have gained in those 10 years, and I've lived those 10 years very richly. To say, you see some of the photographs at the bottom. I was part of the scout team, where we had a number of experiences, learning, and some of the learnings we still, use today in our lives. Second is, I was also a very good athlete, so represented the Surya House and Varun House that time at school, and there I was holding the trophy of the best athlete for the year. I've also been on multiple trips, adventures, treks, cycling rides, including with Subhash sir and many other sirs at that point in time. As part of the cricket team, football team, kho team, volleyball team, and so on. And then also I was the school topper in 2003 for the commerce side. So mainly what I'm trying to say is that I had a very good 10 years in school, had a number of experiences from sports, adventure, studies. So, those 10 years, if I can use a simple example, you imagine a building, right? So you are trying to build your lives, your future. So that building has to be, very solid foundation. So these different exposures, learnings have helped me build that solid foundation for my life. So I'm very proud that I was in school. I've had these opportunities to experience diverse field of opportunities in school. So very glad to be there. 20 years down the line, I'm currently in Singapore as a CFO of a company, also the chairman of ICA Singapore chapter, and very privileged, very delighted to be in such positions. But what really happened is, since school, 20 years since school, what did I do? So any decision that I've made since my graduation from school they have shaped what I am today. So any decisions I made in school, after the school, have sort of molded me where I'm today, what I'm doing today. For example, in school, I had a very clear goal that I have to go to SRCC college, the one of the top colleges in commerce. And I can tell you this, that many of our teachers back then, they had planted those seeds in us. That Somnath, you can score good marks, and try to go to SRCC as your dream college. So that was our dream college when I was in school. So, I had a goal in my mind, and then I studied and went there. So the decision I took in school helped me reach my dream college. Then I had already known that, in college, when I was in college, then I started studying for my CA. And let me share this small story. So I used to live in Juxalai, and there was this nice office in the place where I used to live. And this office had one air conditioning, and it had tinted glasses. So the office looked amazing, right? And that office I've seen when I was a kid. And I thought, okay, this person is a chartered accountant and he's making lots of money because he has the fanciest office in town. So let us try to become a CA. So that was the goal I had, when I started my further studies, started my college. And similar to me, some of my friends, they would have had, things like they astronaut, wanted to become pilots, wanted to become engineers, doctors, scientists, and so on. So anything and whatever we want to become, I think there has to be an inspiration behind it. There has to be, a story, a reason behind that connects your life to what you want to become. And I think there's a very good saying which says that, try to find something that you like most, and then you find somebody who can pay you to do that job. So it's more like, you do what you like, and then you find a company that does that, and you be part of the company, and then they pay you, so you earn a salary to do what you love. So try to find that inspiration is, let's say, the first key takeaway from my side. Try to find that inspiration and lead on to that inspiration. Have a goal in your mind, and then try to navigate your path to chart your careers. Moving on to, let's say, so that is where, my story is. And today what I will do is I'll briefly take you through the chartered accountancy course, and everything else you see on this slide about the pathways, what does it take to become a CA, salary, benefits, journey, etc. They all revolve around the chartered accountancy course, so as to say. Right. So our ICAI has a motto song, and this is just to give a little bit of inspiration of ICAI, what ICAI is, and what is the significance of a CA in our society. And if I can just play this video, just watch this video very carefully, because I have a couple of questions after the video. Easy ones, so don't panic, and there will be a tough one also. But just let's look at this video once. Okay, I'll try to play it.
य एष सुप्तेषु जाग्रति य एष सुप्तेषु जाग्रति कामं 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 कामपुरुषो पुरुषो निर्विमाणः निर्विमाणः तदेव शुक्रं तदेव शुक्रदब्रह्मा तदब्रह्मा तदेवामृतमुच्यते
Okay, so maybe we move back to the slide again. So I hope you saw the video. So usually what we do is whenever we have any of our CA events, we try to play this motto song to give us that energy, that vibe, and ensure that all our events are extremely successful. So why did I play this video? No, two main reasons. And let me ask maybe a small question here. Can anybody raise hand and tell me the language in which the song was played? Okay, so Prisha Dhanuka. Let me see if I can unmute. Okay.
Sanjeev sir, unmute, Prisha. Sanjeev sir.
Yes, sir, I'm trying, sir.
Hmm. Prisha, you can message Sanjeev sir then.
Yeah, I think messaging is also okay.
Hmm. Prisha, you just message it.
Okay, maybe just to ensure that we continue with the session nicely, I'll just take this liberty to share the answers myself. So the language in which the motto song was conducted was it's Sanskrit. It's a language that we all are very familiar with. I have studied Sanskrit in school as well. But the second question is what I wanted to stress more on is that there was a term in the video which said Ya Esa Supte Sujagriti. If anyone had known the meaning of that term, I would have loved to hear that. But let's, given the mode of the presentation, let's move on. So the meaning of that phrase, which is Ya Esa Supte Sujagriti, it is something that we, the chartered accountants, we all breathe, we all live with that phrase. And to explain the meaning of that phrase, let me also highlight that in the video, you would have seen a bird which is flying high in the sky. That bird is Garuda, and Garuda represents the emblem of ICAI, the Chartered Accountants of India. And the entire significance of having a Garuda is that Garuda flies high in the sky, above all the other birds they could fly. So Garuda has a very good vision to the world, what is happening around, and then it can eye its prey, what it wants to attack. It can eye it very nicely, and then it comes down at a very high speed and ensures that it gets the catch. It gets the prey it is eyeing on. So the similar significance on CAs is that CAs have a very good visibility of what is happening around in the economy, in the country. And we CAs, the way we have been trained, we have very good ability to eye on our objectives and then also deliver on those objectives extremely well, better than any other profession can do. So, that's the significance of having the Garuda. And Ya Esa Sukte Sujagrati, the meaning is that one who is awake among those that sleep, which is a chartered accountant. So, some of your parents may be CAs, some of your parents may have CA friends, you may have some CA relatives. So you all know, how and what a CA does, right? So we manage the country's economy in and out. as GST rollouts and all these initiatives that the government wants, they roll it out using CAs as their torch bearers, right? Okay, let me move on to the next slide. So I'll start with talking a little bit about the institute itself, and then I'll talk about the Chartered Accountancy course. So the ICAI, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, it's a statutory body established by an Act of Parliament, the Chartered Accountants Act 1949. Now, ICAI has about 8 lakh students currently and about 4 lakh members who are CAs. So roughly about 12 lakh people within the community of ICAI makes it the largest accounting body in the world, right? No surprises, because China and India are the most populous countries in the countries in the world. So India has to be up there when it comes to numbers. So we are the largest accounting body in the world by numbers, and ICAI regulates the profession of CA in India. So any CA you see in any place in the country, they will be regulated by ICAI as the body. Now, ICAI functions as one of the administrative bodies under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Government of India. So it has its own significance, own position in the country. This year, on 1st of July, ICAI celebrated its 75th foundation year. So this is the 75th anniversary year. It's a very special year for all of us. I remember on 1st of July when I was there in New Delhi, the Honorable President of India, the first citizen of India, Shri Draupadi Murmu ji, she was there, delivering a speech and telling all the people, it was live broadcasted across the country, telling them about the significance, the value that CAs give to the country. And we say, we celebrated the occasion as 75 years of trust, 75 saal Vishwas ke. And I was so privileged to sit right in front of our honorable President of India and see her from such a close distance of maybe 50 meters. And that is only because a chartered accountant. I was invited there as the chairman of the Singapore chapter and so on. So very, very privileged, very happy that I chose this as one of my careers. Now, very recently, I was also in Ahmedabad in November end, and ICAI had conducted a large conference, huge conference of about 4,500 CAs were present there. And the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankar ji, and also the Cabinet Minister, Shri Piyush Goyal ji, they were present there. And they unveiled the new tick mark, the CA India logo, which you see on the right side of the screen. The CA India logo was unveiled very recently by these two dignitaries of India. So again, very privileged to witness these milestone journeys of ICAI myself firsthand. Okay, let me move on to... So ICAI is present across the country. Any student in any school, anywhere in the country wants to do CA as a course, want to pursue CA as a career, can very easily do it. The head office is in New Delhi. There are 5 regional offices: Chennai, Kanpur, Kolkata, Mumbai, New Delhi. For us, the NHES students, the proximity, I think we fall under Kanpur as a central region, but Kolkata is also very near to us. So you could, if you decide to choose CA as a career option, you could either go to Kanpur office or you could go to Calcutta office to get more information, submit your forms, etc. But there are also domestic offices, like in Jamshedpur, there has to be an office where you can liaise about all these things, get all the information online. So the point is that it is highly accessible across the country. Now, talking about accessibility, ICAI also has very good international presence. It has, right now, they have 47 foreign chapters and 37 rep offices across 48 countries. The slide is a little bit old, so things happen almost on a very regular basis. So the presence in international space for ICAI is very, very strong. Now, for us as CAs, imagine if I want to go to any country and I don't know anything about the country, what I'll do is I'll just pick up my phone, call the rep office guy, the chapter's chairman there, and then say, we are going there, I need your help. And they will be very, they'll be extremely happy to help us sort out our plan and, do everything that is necessary to help us. So the network is huge. The presence is extremely strong. Now, talking about presence, let's say, for example, if you choose CA as a career option, international mobility is extremely high as well. Like, me, if you look at me, I moved to Singapore only because of my CA as a degree. So similar to Singapore, we have the ICI has memorandum of understanding, mutual recognition agreements with institutes of England and Wales, with institute in Ireland, in Canada, Australia, in Malaysia, in South Africa. So there are all these various recognitions that have been entered into, which makes the degree, the chartered accountant degree, it's sort of recognized across the world. So it's not like, if you do something, you're just stuck in a small geography. It can, you can very well explore the world with a CA degree. Now I'll share the course details a lot in detail from here, but let me take a very small summary to start with. So the CA course, it's a 3-stage course: foundation, intermediate, and final. The foundation course is the entry-level course. This is for students who have not graduated yet, like who have not done their graduation yet. So people who have, let's say, graduated from class 10, doing class 12, or graduate, or have done class 12, but not done their bachelor's yet. So they can start at foundation level. The second level is the intermediate level, which is people who have either qualified the foundation level or people who have graduated, like they have done their bachelor's from a college. They are eligible to go to the intermediate level directly. And that's why it's called a direct entry route. And then the final level, which is where you, give the final papers and you qualify as a chartered accountant. What people say is that CA is a very rigorous course. It's one of the most intensive and comprehensive course, which makes industry-ready soldiers. And we say industry-ready soldiers because once you're out of the oven, once you're out of the degree, you have the degree in your hand, what you want is, employment, a market where you can, let's say, encash yourself. You can earn money for yourself, your family, your parents, your life, your future. So CA is a course which makes you industry ready. Now, a few things about the CA course. There's an articleship training, which is where you gain most of your experience. When you start as a fresh employee, a fresh, let's say, job seeker, the most important thing for you, for people look for you, is, do you have the experience? Do you have the exposure? So the CA course itself gives you that exposure. They let you train for 2 years under a CA, and that is where you get most of your first-hand knowledge, most of your first-hand experience, which makes you ready for the next job. CA is also recognized as a postgraduate degree, a postgraduate qualification. If, let's say, at any point in time you decide to do a civil services like examination, so CA is recognized as one of the entry criteria for civil services. I already mentioned that it is an internationally recognized qualification, and trust me, it is most affordable degree anywhere in the world one can get. People talk about return on investment when you go to an MBA school, when you go to any other international universities. People talk about return on investment. For CA, trust me, the return on investment is infinity. Infinity because you have a number on numerator, the denominator is 0. I say 0 because whatever you put in as money to register for the course, to give the examinations, more than that, you recover during your training sessions. Like wherever you earn, wherever you work for your training, they pay you much more than whatever you put in. So your investment is actually 0. So whatever return you make is infinity return, right? So I'll talk about these things in detail as we go through. And we have 3 levels mainly because we want to instill in all the CAs three main competencies. First one, technical competency. The technical one is because that's the knowledge. How deep can we go in terms of knowledge, in terms of understanding, etc., which we call the hard skills, the technical stuff. The second one is professional skills. Professional skills is a little softer side, right? How do you behave in a professional environment? How do you navigate challenging situations? How do you deal with big stakeholders? The third one is very, very important, very crucial, is the professional values, ethics, attitudes. This is what makes you as a person, your personality. So these three stages, the foundation, intermediate, and final three stages of CA, helps you encompass all these three different stages, the hard, the soft skills, and the personality traits, to make you a full-fledged professional when you start your career. There are some other self-paced online module also available, which is again to enrich your knowledge, to give you more arms in your ammunition when you start your career. Now, there are two routes to start the CA course, and this is very, very important for students who are in class 10 or who are in class 12. So let's say, what to do after 10 and what to do after 12 if you have a question. For CA, there are two main routes. One is after you have completed your 10th, but you are in the process of 12th class, or you have done your class 12 but haven't finished your graduation yet. So you can enroll yourself to a CA course through the first route, the route 1, which is called the foundation course. So you can register there. You can go online and find all these details of how to register. And there is a prospectus that is available. I have shared it with Subhash sir also. That can be shared with students who are interested. So you can enroll yourself for foundation course. 4 months of studies. You get your books delivered to your home. You study them at your own pace and prepare for the examination. Now, once you are done with the examination and let's say you qualify, then you go to the next level, which is the intermediate course. And this is where the second entry, the second route of entry is similar. So people who have not done foundation course before graduation and they have graduated, they've already done their bachelor course, they are eligible to enroll themselves directly to the intermediate course. But the requirement is that you must have qualified your degree, your graduation degree, with minimum of 55% marks if you are a commerce graduate. If you are a non-commerce graduate, then you must have at least gotten 60% marks in your graduation. So those two requirements are there if you go to the direct route. If you go through the foundation route, there is no such requirements of minimum percentages marks. So once you are at the second level, which is the intermediate course, then you get your books delivered to your home again, 8 months of preparation, and then you sit for your examination. Now, after you qualify the intermediate course, that's when the real battle begins. And you have to enroll yourself for 2 years of practical training, which I think is the cream of this course. That is what makes this course exceptional compared to any other course, is because you get a lot of exposure, first-hand exposure, experiences. You audit the accounts of companies, you run with tax returns, you go to courts, present your client, take cases, and help your clients navigate through difficult situations, advise clients on things like IPO assignments, IFRS conversion assignments. So there's a lot you can do in those 2 years. And the way the articleship has been structured is that people who give you opportunities to train under them, they know it's a training ground for you. They know that you have to get a lot of exposure, so they will give you those opportunities. The onus is on us then. Shall we take the opportunities and explore as much as we can? And my advice to you is that no matter what course you choose, no matter wherever you are, the first 2 to 3 years of your career are extremely important for learning purposes. Again, remember that the concept of building. The foundation is very, very important. So to make that foundation extremely strong, use those 2 years to explore as much as you can, learn as much as you can. Anybody gives any assignment to you, raise your hand and say, yes, I'm there. There's a famous saying. They say that, if you are offered a seat in a rocket, don't ask what seat it is, just take it and go to the moon, right? So explore those opportunities, learn as much as you can, meet people, travel, and make those 2 years worthwhile for you, because that sets the tone of the future of your career. Use those years. Coming back to the CA course again, so after you complete your intermediate course, you do the 2 years of training. After the 2 years of training, you do an integrated course on soft skills and information technology. Now, these two are very important in today's world, because IT, the world is moving towards artificial intelligence. Technology is everywhere. Accountants, doctors, engineers, everybody is working on technology. How do we make our work less human or more human efficient, less human interface? So it's all about technology today. So we have, there is a course on technology and there is a course on soft skills. Soft skills, why? Because the moment you step out of your comfort zones, and these comfort zones are your home and your school, the moment you step out of these two nice places, the world outside is cruel. They will shoot at you multiple challenges, and you need these soft skills to fight with these challenges, to make your way up and tackle these situations. So soft skills are very, very important. Now, after you have done the soft skills and technology, information technology training, that is where you register for the final examination. Then the final examination is, again, you get your books to your home, you do your own self-paced study, prepare yourself for examination. There are also a few online self-assessment tests that you need to take. So do those at your own convenience, and then sit for the examination. Once you qualify for the, once you, let's say, pass the examinations, you make an application to ICI to become a member, and then that's all, you become a member. So you get that identification card which says CA. Now, there's one of a very senior CA in the industry who had described this in one of the occasions I was present, and I'll just use that as an opportunity to share with you. This gentleman said that, my name is, let's say I'll take my name as a reference. So I say, my name is Somnath Adak. The Adak was given to me by my father, my family. So I'm extremely proud of that surname, Adak. But CA was given to me by ICI, and that sits before my name because I am CA Somnath Adak. So CA actually is much more than my father, than my family. So that is how proud we are when we get that degree, the identification card which says CA Somnath Adak. So it's a very, it's a degree that people who have are extremely proud of. People who don't have, they value it, they respect it. Now let's move on to the next slide. Now this is mainly sharing, in a very graphical format of what all things to be done at what stage. So foundation route, you register for your examination, you appear for the examination, you qualify your class 12, and sorry, you register for the examination, you qualify for class 12, and then you sit for foundation examination, then you move on to intermediate course. On the green side, direct entry route, graduate, commerce graduate 55%, non-commerce graduate 60%. There are other institutes called the Institute of Company Secretaries of India and Institute of Cost Accountants of India. If you happen to be doing those courses, then you get a direct entry without any minimum percentage marks. And then you register yourself for the intermediate course. Once you are in the intermediate course, you complete the self-paced module, you complete the soft skills and training course, you register for CA finals, and then you also complete your practical training. Once you complete your practical training, you do the, and also you complete the soft skills thing, you complete the self-paced online modules, and then you appear for the examination. Once your final examination is over, You apply for CA membership, you become a member. On papers, it is very easy said and done, but I will share about you the real challenges of this course a little later. But what is, why I'm talking about these courses to you? Because I really want you to go back and ask yourselves this question. Are you made to become a CA? Do you have that tenacity in you to become a CA? So who is this CA for? If you have a basic knowledge of commerce, and commerce is nothing but business. If you understand business well, if you have slight affinity to numbers, and in today's world, well, we all love money. So I think most of us will have affinity to numbers because money, numbers, close to close, right? And if you have basic understanding of subjects like accountancy, economics, taxation, law, business studies, and trust me, these topics, they are today, you may feel that these are very different, very difficult topics, but trust me, once you start your life, these are all day-to-day things you do. Accounting, your day-to-day budgets, your spendings. Economics is what's happening to the country, inflation, policies, the government, etc. Taxation, you have to pay tax on whatever you earn, so you need to have that knowledge. Law of the land, business laws, company laws, business. These are all day-to-day topics, day-to-day subjects, which you will come across in your life, in your lives. So these are not difficult topics. So if you have affinity to numbers, if you have basic understanding of commerce, if you have slight resemblance with these subjects, I think you are made to become a CA. CA student, has to be a very dedicated student, dedicated professional. And why I say that is because it's not about a CA also. Let me put it in very generic terms. You may want to become a CA or you may want to become something else. The dedication is the first and foremost thing you need to have in you. You choose any career path, if you have the dedication in you, if you have the devotion to do that very well, I think you will be successful. And same thing applies for CAs as well. CA students must be dedicated because it is a difficult course. You talk about acceptance rates. So Harvard, for example, Harvard College, one of the top rated world college. So Harvard College has an acceptance rate of 4%, slightly below 4%. And when I qualified my CA examination in 2008, so early 2000, the qualification rate, the acceptance rate for CAs was 2%. So it is so difficult, right? It is easy to get a Harvard Business School than to become CA. So it is so difficult. And the difficult part is only because people lose the dedication. Yeah, can I request everyone to be on mute, please? I think info.
Sanjeev sir.
Yes, sir.
Sanjeev sir, please mute yourself.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Yeah, so that dedication has to be there so that you focus on your journey, you focus on your career and make yourself ready for the future. But, the dedication also comes with a lot of good things, a lot of benefits. So a CA demands a reputation in the society, people respect them, you get a good social stature, you earn a lot of money, needless to say, your economic well-being is extremely strong. As a CA, you can join multinational companies, you get exposure to international destinations, you travel for free, you stay in 5-star resorts, hotels, then you bring those exposures back home and you do something of your own. As a CA, you can explore in multiple career opportunities. Like, I started as an auditor, then I became a special projects assignment performer. I also explored the renewables energy sector. I explored the asset management sector, a lot of industries, coals, infrastructure, energy, and so on. And today I'm in the private equity sector, managing a fund house. And then you can be a tax consultant. You can be actually you can join the central government if you wish to. your own firm. You can be an entrepreneur, just a startup, something on basic principles of accounting, for example. And there have been success stories around it. So as a career option, it is extremely attractive. One point of advice here is that you all senior students in school, right now, the one challenge that you all are facing is that you have so many options to choose from, right? And I have had the same situation when I was your age in school. So there were so many options to choose from. Maybe today you have more options, so the complications are multifolds for you. That time we had very simple choices: doctor, engineer, CA, or something else, right? Today you have a number of other options. So for you, it is very difficult to choose. So the only word of advice I will give you is that make a choice that opens door for you, right? Don't choose anything that stops you after a certain point of time, like you can't grow anymore. So choose anything that gives you more options, that open more doors for you in the future. And I think CA, I can proudly say, that is one of the course which can give you multiple options of choosing any career that you wish to after doing a CA. Right. Let's move on. So this slide is mainly talking about all the examinations, all the papers you have to go through at different levels. Now, accounting, business laws, mathematics, economics, all these are, let's say, the bread and butter of accounting. So you have to go through all these things. You also have to go through some of the online modules, which is strategic cost performance. These are more resonating for large businesses. Let's say when you move to your career life, your, let's say, job life, your setting your own businesses, strategy is very, very important, because you need to have a plan for the business. What do I want to achieve for my business? Where do I want to see the business in 5 years time, 10 years time? So those concepts and those principles and understanding, the course instills in you at this time, so that you are ready when you go out there in the job market and when you start your own business. So a list of these papers and examinations, we will not go through all of them in detail, but just to give you a sense of what we can expect in the course. Right, moving on, the course fee. As I said, one of the most reasonable courses one could ever imagine when it comes to a professional qualification and making a career out of it. So foundation course start at 9,000 rupees, the intermediate course at 18,000 rupees, the final at 22,000 rupees. That's all. Having said that, there are a lot of students face difficulty in going through the study material. That is mainly because there is no college. So you register yourself and the books come to your home. And that is one of the drawbacks of the chartered accountancy course, is that there is no college that you go and attend. You do you go through the papers, you go through the books on your own, and then you sit for examinations conducted centrally by ICI. Now, the drawback is that you don't meet with students, you don't meet with teachers. So understanding the concepts and understanding the principles become difficult if you have not been exposed to at a previous stage. Maybe, I had the privilege of having commerce studies in 9th and 10th grade also. So the concepts were not new to me. So I didn't go through any tuitions. But many of my friends, they have gone through tuitions, and the tuitions are much expensive. I think one subject itself could be as expensive as 30,000, 40,000 rupees. So there are so many subjects like 4, 6, and 8. So about 14 to 20 subjects, and each of them can be as expensive as 25,000 to 40,000 per subject. So you spend a lot of money on the tuitions. That is mainly to make yourself more comfortable and make yourself more exam ready. But the examination itself, it's not expensive. It is very, very reasonable, very nominal. And as I said, you can download the prospectus online from the ICI website. I have shared the prospectus also with Subhash sir. If any of you are interested, please ask for a copy. And you can get a lot of information about these subjects, what to expect, what not to expect, and so on. Talking about fees, The institute also offers scholarships for students who need them or who deserve them. So first is the need-based scholarship. Let's say there are financial difficulties, background where you come from, or you can't make it for any reasonable reasons. Then the ICI would consider your case and give you a scholarship to be able to take you through the course themselves. And I can tell you it is very, very easy. These processes are very well documented. If you need any help reaching out to the concerned people, I can very well connect with Subhash sir and share how to reach out to these people. The second one is more interesting, the merit-based scholarship. People who are extremely well in their studies, in their concepts, in their understanding of the subjects, and they can score really well in examinations, they can get a lot of recognition. These are monetary recognitions as well as non-monetary. So you get some awards like C.V. Raman Award for highest marks in accountings, mathematics, etc., and so on. So there are scholarships available for people who need them, for people who deserve them. Right, moving on. So this is what I was mentioning when I said a CA can explore any opportunity you feel like. So anything and everything that is related to trade, commerce, and industry, basically an economy of a country, a CA can be part of it. You can become an entrepreneur, start your own business, you can be a consultant, you can advise companies, you can advise clients on anything related to finance, non-finance. You can pursue accountancy and economics, finance, and do your PhD on those. You can be a management consultant, you can run your own business, you can join the central government. So recently, I was in Delhi and I met the deputy general of the finance ministry, and they said that, excuse me, they said that they are extremely open these days to have CAs from the industry. And just to elaborate that, what I mean is that predominantly, and let's say historically, what people know is that people who will do IAS or they set for the civil services, they are eligible to join the central government officers league and do something for the country. Now imagine a CA has done so much in the as part of the course, and then also as part of their career they have gained a lot of exposure, but this CA is very, very passionate about contributing to the country. So then those CAs who are already have some experience in the industry, they don't need to do the civil services examination. They can directly join the central government and start contributing to the country if you wish to. So this is a very welcome move by the government that they are allowing CAs to join the central government at an officer level and have a career in the central government. Then academics mean you can become a professor, you can become a teacher also in your career if you wish to. If that is what you love doing, you can become a teacher or a professor for CA, and a lot of people are making fortunes from there. Right, now for people who are looking for jobs, this is extremely important. Now once you qualify your final examinations, the ICI conducts campus placements wherein they bring in large companies and companies of the likes of ITC, Hindustan Unilever, big companies, Infosys. They come and interview the candidates who have qualified the final examination, and then you go through the campus placement program and you get a job. So a lot of my friends, they have gotten job through the campus placement program, but there's no fear of non-placement. Like let's say, for example, you don't get placed in the campus placement, which is only one platform. I can assure you that any CA today, it is hardly you will find a CA who does not have a job. They will find avenues to make money from anywhere and everywhere. So 10 major sectors in the campus placement that happened last year in November, December. Banking, IT, insurance, mining, pharmaceuticals, conglomerates, manufacturing, FMCG, a host of companies. So, anything that you have in your mind in terms of, this is my dream company, I want to work for, I think you will highly likely that you will get it. And I will strongly recommend all the students, the senior level students, at least today, start mapping those companies, at least start having a goal that this is where I want to be in college. This is what I want to do in my professional life. This is the company I want to work for. And this is the department I want to work for. It could be designing, it could be marketing, it could be finance, it could be anything. But start having those small goals, which is where you are able to then align how do we reach those goals. And you start working on those goals today. And I say today is because today you have so much of energy. Today you have so much of time with you that you can spend those time. You can, spend the time in research. You can spend the time in finding out about people who have worked for the companies and what they have done. So you can explore those things and start planning that, okay, I can do this, and that will help me become what I want to become in 5 years or 10 years, or my ultimate goal of, let's say, working for a big company, whatever it could be. So these years, I will say, are your golden years. Spend these years very, very judiciously. Partying and going out and having fun is one part of the life, but think about the other part of the life, which is your future. And trust me, the future is extremely long. You have not even, covered 20% of your lives yet. There's still 80% of your life out there. People say there's unsurety. We don't know how long you will live. So live like a king today. Completely agreed. But plan for the future and plan positively for the future. So imagine if you have to live for 100 years, what would be your decisions today that would shape your career for 100 years? Whatever decisions I made in my school time, after school time, in my graduation, in my CA, have started the path for me where I am today. And I recently did my executive MBA from one of the top business schools of the world, INSEAD. Even after having a CA degree with a very good job, a very good future, no need for me to do it. But I did it because my future is still long. I still have 25 years of my career and probably 20 years after that to live as a retired life. So I want to make make those years more worthwhile. So I did that, which will then decide, how I chart the future of my life from today. So for you, it is very, very important to have that goal in the mind, have that goal, have a plan of action, and start working on it. I'm not saying that, leave everything and just do this. No, do whatever you are doing today, enjoy with your friends, go out, but start thinking about it. Spend some time thinking about what you want to become. And, read newspapers, read magazines, listen to your parents, very, very important. Listen to your teachers, because teachers play a very important role in shaping your careers. They have seen the lives much more than you. They have very good visibility of what you have, what you can do, your potential. So they can advise you very well. Talk to them, talk to other seniors from school. And, people talk about these discussions, about these guidance, mentor. So having a mentor is, I will say, very, very important. So talk to somebody who can be your mentor. Okay, let's move on. Now, just to give you a very high level view of what a CA can earn, potential to earn. So let's leave the foreign countries, just focus on India for now. So fresher can make as much as 7 lakhs per annum. Average base salary 8 lakhs per annum. Lowest anybody can make is about 4 lakhs, which is a very good number to start a career. And then if you start at 4 lakh, only imagine how much you can grow from there. People have gone for international offers, and there have been very high packages, as much as 76 lakhs per annum. Humongous amount of money that people make as a CA in their careers. Now, look at some of the companies in India that pay CAs. So Reliance Industries, for example, pay a CA as much as about 25 lakhs. Deloitte, Hindustan Unilever, as much as about 36 lakhs. ICICI, ITC 25, 27 lakhs, Bharti Airtel, SBI 17 to 20 lakhs. So good amount of money a CA, an experienced CA, can earn working for these companies. And similarly,